sourcing session here. Since I was sourcing, I thought, why not just record it or stream it and just try a new sort of concept, maybe come on here every few days and just show you some sourcing, I guess. Still kind of set all this stuff up as well, so I apologize, but I'll be on for a few hours, just going through Qogita, doing what I do pretty much every day when it comes to sourcing. And yeah, just show you guys what I'm doing and my thought process and stuff and things like that. So yeah, give me a second to make sure everything's working okay. YouTube Studio. Okay, so we go live on Instagram. We're on Twitter as well, or X, whatever they call it these days. Whatever the kids call it these days. Cool. Oh god, this looks terrible on Instagram. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, and probably not the best place to stream like a widescreen sourcing session. But anyway, let's have a look what this looks like on YouTube. Content, live, go to studio, control room. To make sure this looks okay. Hey Jacob, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Hey Dilly, how's it going? Exactly. Early bird catches the worm. Can you guys see this all okay? That's the next question. Let's have a look here if I watch this myself. This is there's a bit of an experiment this, so I do apologize if it looks a bit rubbish. But yeah, let's give this a go. I'm actually going to search myself on YouTube. Yeah, and have a look, see what this looks like. Okay, so it's slightly cut off. I think I need to just make this screen a little bit smaller, and hopefully that will still work. We'll go from there, basically. So hopefully we'll update that. Hey, Thomas, how's it going? Hey, Wes, how's it going? Oh, okay, cool. We can actually, I think that looks a bit better now, actually. So morning, Wes, how's it going? Cool. So yeah, I think the screen's looking a little bit better now. You guys can see the whole screen. I'm going to do various bits of sourcing here. It's completely live. So yeah, if I find any good deals, make sure you snipe them before I get them. God, excuse me. God. Right. So yeah, I think that's looking okay now. It still looks terrible on Instagram, so I apologize to those that are trying to watch it on there, but I have no idea how I'd make this look good for Instagram, and I guess, oh no, it looks okay on Twitter, so that's okay, pretty cool. Yeah, anyway, how's everyone doing anyway? So, oh, Thomas has run out of capital. Well, I don't know, there needs to be I was thinking about this, like, it happens all the time where people can still find leads, but they run out of money. I need to build a website where people can sell their leads. What do you guys think about that? Like, you can submit your lead, I'll review it, and then it can get sold for X amount of money to, 2 or 3 people, and that way you can actually get some money for your leads. I kind of like that's an idea I came up with ages ago. Just never implemented it, but I kind of like it. So yeah, what I've done here is I've just run some Qogita price drop scans. I've done yesterday. These are some secret wholesale ones I've got, so I can't show you those, but the top 2 I can. And we'll go through. And let me just have a look at the Discord quickly. What time are we at? 11:42. So should hopefully be seeing a new drop on Qogita price drops. So yeah, what I'm doing, guys, by the way, is I'm sourcing Qogita price drops. I'm sourcing on Arbisource using Qogita. So yeah, let me just actually quickly just go on to Qogita and say this is not very well planned. Yeah, I apologize, but anyway, just testing things out. I just want to remove a few things here, a few secret products that I've got on here. But yeah, let's do this quickly. Cool, just clear out my Qogita a little bit. Cool, so you can see, yeah, we've got Qogita going there as well. So that's the sourcing we'll be doing today. Qogita price drops, which is from, Discord, and then Qogita and Arbisource as well. Okay, links for all these should, in theory, be in the description. I don't know. Well, yeah. How do I even see this stuff? Yeah, it is in the description. That's cool. Nice. All looking pretty good. I'm not sure how many people of you are actually watching this. Yeah, because it is quite early in the morning for the UK. But anyway, cool. Let's actually do some sourcing, shall we? So I've also got hot UK deals in the background here, so that we can, when we run out of things to look at on Arbisource, we can go and have a look on hot UK deals. So let's have a look here. This is just yesterday from 6 p.m. to midnight. So if we just have a look at the results, and I'll show you exactly the kind of sourcing I'm doing these days. Yeah, so let's have a look here what we're doing. And to be honest, it's probably better off me doing these later on, but it is what it is. I'm sourced at this kind of time, so anyway, it is what it is. Cool. So what I normally do these days on RB Source is they've added this new feature here called Confirmed Monthly Sales. And by the way, guys, if you want to sign up to any of these, links in the description, and I've actually got a shameless plug thing here quickly I'm going to throw up on the screen. It looks horrendous. But if you want to sign up to Qogita and get £120 off your first order, there's the code FBA Mogul. You can put that in when you sign up, or if you've got an existing account, you can go to account promotions promo code, put that code in, should give you it's £100 excluding VAT, £120 including VAT. So there's a shameless little plug on the code there. Right, let's get back to actually look at this. So what I'm doing now is mostly ordering by confirmed monthly sales. I'm looking for fast selling items on Qogita. So, and then what I'm also doing as well is putting like a min profit in of, let's say it was like £1 for now, and go from there. And I don't mind buying fast selling items if, I don't mind making like less than £1 or £1 profit if I'm selling loads of items. So this bedhead one keeps popping up, and it's just like, this one's just no good, unfortunately. I think it's a good brand, this one. I believe you can sell this one. But this is 3,000 sales a month. But for some reason, Arbisource is putting it as £19.30 plus £10 delivery, but it's just not true. It's just, I don't know what's going on with this, but yeah, you can literally get it for £17.78. So the price is just totally wrong on this one. So if we actually put that price in of £12.15, then yeah, we'll see we're losing money there. So, I mean, looking at the history, yeah, it sells for like £19 normally. There's just no money here. Anyway, it's all good. It's a shame because it's a good brand, this one. Let's have a look here. This is IP, I'm pretty sure. I've looked in the past. I'm pretty sure they sell on the brand. So here's a good indicator of something that's IP. They say, oh, I'm not sure about this particular brand. Is it IP or not? Let's have a look. It's got a really stable price. That's sometimes maybe an indicator as well, actually, that there's like one seller on there. Just shows you how competition is not good. There's no competition is bad for the customer, because look, this price just stays $29.99 pretty much all the time. Occasionally drops down a few pence, but because this is like a lockdown product with only 2 sellers on there, you get really stable prices and very few sales. So we can see here that we've got Rosaleek on this brand, the actual seller. So we can't actually sell this. This is a Rosaleek branded item, so the actual seller is on the listing. Interesting, they don't have the best reviews actually. Let's have a look. It's interested. You can see it's Rosaleek Skincare. Yeah. Anyway, obviously that's a reason not to sell this one. They'll probably IP you, and but yeah, it just shows you they're just locking that down, and they've just kept the price. No good prices. Clinique's a good brand. Pretty sure I've looked at this one before. Pretty sure I've maybe bought this one. But saying that there's so many Clinique products, I don't know. Yeah, so let's catch up the chat. Hey, SSA, looking at using Arbisource. Yeah, absolutely, mate. I've got a link in the description on YouTube. You can sign up using my link. That's an affiliate link. It helps me out. There's also a 30% off code in there as well, FBA Mogul 30. So that saves you 30% off your first month. You also get a 7-day free trial. So check that out. Yeah, enough falls on for an early morning. So, well, it's early morning for you guys. It's nearly midday for me. But yeah, so I thought I'm doing the sourcing anyway. Why not record it? So yeah, this one's actually a good one. I've looked at this one in the past. So the only thing is the price is maybe a little bit inflated right now. So this is a really cool thing you can do with Seller Amp, by the way. So yeah, the price is $17.55 excluding VAT. You can put it into here, do times 1.2, click enter, and then you can. It does the math for you. So do you want to take a price that's excluding VAT and add VAT onto it? You times that price by 1.2. And if you want to get it back, by the way, just do divided by 6, and then click enter, and then that gives you the VAT. I was like, what is going on? That gives you the VAT you need to take off. So just ignore that, basically. But it tells you the VAT you need to take off, not that. It doesn't actually calculate it. I was like, what is going on there? So yeah, times 1.2, and there we go. Cool, good little tip there for Seller Amp. Can you guys see the screen okay? SJ saying, just join now, mate. Sorry if the question is discussed. No, it's all good, mate. So I'm here to do some sourcing, also answer some questions. Can RB direct you to deals, or is it just a deal analyzing tool like Buybot Pro? No, it's not like Buybot Pro or Seller Amp. It is. It's not designed for that. Although it does have some analysis stuff on there, but I don't use it. That's not what it's designed for. It's designed literally to find deals for you. So let me just give you a quick little run through of what RB does. So you've got different scans you can do. So you can do store scans, category scans, whole reverse store scans. So store scan, for example, we can go on here. We can go in and we can say, I don't know, search John Lewis. You can go, I want to search John Lewis. You can select what category you want to source on here. So let's say coffee machines and vacuums and cooking and baking and men's jewelry. And then you click scan, and then it will start scanning that store for those kind of things. You can look at it's got price drops as well. So it will show you sort of price drops that have happened in the past sort of like 24 hours, which is pretty useful. It's got Amazon to Amazon as well. I don't really use this myself on this here, but it's another thing you can use. It's got lots of different features essentially. So yeah, there's a lot of features you can do on RB Source there. So definitely give it a go. And yeah, it's awesome that you've given it a try. And yeah, you can find some good deals on there. But you're still going to put the work in, you know. But yeah. Right. So yeah, we're looking at this Clinique one anyway. So this is not a bad deal, to be fair. There's a lot of stock. That's the only thing that would put you off. But saying that, look at this, 2,000 SPM. Let's maybe I can just zoom in a little bit on these ones here on Amazon, so we can see a little bit better. So maybe a bit too much. But yeah, so you can see this 2,000 sales a month, pretty awesome. So obviously, what I've got on the left here is Seller Amp again. Probably link in the description for that. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is the one that I use. So we can see here £21 cost price. Sale price right now is £32.95. Profits £1.80. Now the ROI is just like terrible. Basically, that's the one thing that puts you off here. But that profit's not bad, and that SPM is really good. So this is the thing with wholesale. Margins tend to be a little bit thinner. And we can see here there's quite a few sellers around this kind of price, but it's it's a fast seller. Price wise, so let's have a look at actually the history here. So I'm using Keeper here to have a look at the prices, and we can see it's been like £35 in sort of January time. Definitely went down a little bit, down to like £28. So if we put that price in, we can see that we're probably losing £1.60 if it goes down to 28 again. But you know what? I feel like this is like maybe a temporary price drop, and it's maybe going back to normal again, around 32 to 35. 2,000 sales a month is really good. Let's look at the year though and see, and we can see that the price on this is kind of all over the place. It's been as high as $49.99. I don't know who was, and that's obviously you can see actually, just shows you just very basic supply and demand that. Obviously as prices start to climb, as you can see here, from sort of 35 all the way up to like 50, that the SPM on this product goes from 1,000 all the way down to 100. Although it's still selling 100 a month at like £44. Just shows you that basically there's a limit that consumers will pay for these products. And then obviously as the price comes down, the SPM starts going back up again. So yeah, and when it got down to sort of £28 or whatever, it went to 2,000. So it's very interesting. You can see this. It's almost like an inverse curve, essentially. So SSA saying, personally, have you had good success with Arbor Source and made a good profit? Yeah, mate. Yeah, I use it literally every day. So Source is really good. I made thousands, tens of thousands of pounds from there. So you got to put the work in, though. You can't just expect it to like magically find you the deals. You got to put the work in. Well, it does find you the deals, but you got to put the work in, do the scans every day. Like I'm using it with Qogita, which is a wholesale sourcing platform. I'm doing the scans every hour for like the first 3-4 hours of the day before I get bored. But yeah, so jump the code, jump when ready, jump in at the moment, sourcing, other methods, don't know. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Definitely just focus on like 1 or 2 methods. You can use RB for nearly any sourcing method. So what sourcing method are you using right now, SSA? Let me know. I can tell you if it will help you. So anyway, this looks like a good buy to me, I think, this one. So yeah, there's a risk it could go down in price, but you can see here that it does always end up recovering. So, there's no point looking at the whole, 1,382 days, but it gives you an idea anyway. So I think these, below £30 seems pretty rare. So it's not a bad deal, this one, really. So there's, it's also a marketplace invoice seller as well, which is good. So yeah, pretty awesome, to be fair. Cool, right then. So let's have a look. There's got some hot UK deals going on in the background as well. We'll look at those in a minute. Let's have a look then. So we've got Makeup Revolution here, £1 profit, 1,000 SPM. Price is maybe a little bit inflated here. We'll have a quick look and see. Let me just whack that GTIN in there. So if people want to buy it, that's the GTIN number for that one. In Qogita. So SA saying currently using wholesale scanner method with Qogita as seen in your video last. Okay, cool, awesome, that's awesome. So yeah, you can use Qogita with Arbisource, absolutely. There's just a solid method that I use. So have you made your first order yet? Did you get your £120 discount code? That's the most important thing. Really helps with that first order. So this one here, £4.38 cost. So, £1 profit, again, not much profit per unit, but we're looking at high SPM. So let's have a look here. Is this price inflated? Now, another thing you can do actually is just look and go, is it inflated looking at the other sort of shades? And we can see actually 1095 seems to be kind of in line with all the other ones. It does, some of these other ones here that are probably less popular are cheaper, but yeah, so, doesn't look too bad. Now we can actually look at the chart here and see. It's interesting. Maybe all of these are just spiked up in price. But this normally lives at £7.69. So it's a bit of a risky one, this one. Obviously, if it goes down to £7.69 again, we're literally losing our shirt on this product. But not actually as much as I thought, actually. Interesting. It's not ideal, obviously, to be losing 34p, but I thought we'd be losing much more than that. Oh, of course. Here's a good tip, by the way, guys. So, look. Here's a very good tip. Hey, Josh, how's it going? I am live from Dubai, yes. It's nearly midday in Dubai right now. So, which means it's nearly 9 a.m. in UK, I think. God, it really is early, actually. Yeah, anyway, I just thought, I'm doing the sourcing. I thought I'd jump on. It's definitely not the most optimal time in the UK, but what are you going to do? But yeah, let me just quickly actually just let everyone know I'm doing a bit of sourcing, actually. Just may as well just tweet it out or whatever it is. Let's have a look here. Let me put an announcement out. It's doing some live sourcing. Wants to come hang out. I think that's the URL for this. Where did I get the URL from? Yeah, that's the URL, hopefully. Whatever. Okay, cool. Alright. I say this is not scripted or anything like that. It's just, just me kind of just hanging out. So yeah, this is interesting anyway, this one here. So a good little tip, by the way. You can see that there's the eating and porridge, nice. I'm going to get some sushi in about an hour. Get some lunch. It's interesting here. Like, this is an interesting one where when the price is just slightly over £10, it's definitely worth considering and looking at what happens if you put the price down to £10 or less. Because when an item is £10 or less and it meets certain requirements, the price, the profit can, basically the cost of the fees go down and the profit can go up. So right now at £10.95, we're making £1 profit. If we sold this for £10, we actually make £1.40 profit. So even though we've lowered the price by essentially 95p, we're actually making, how much extra was it? An extra almost, 37p basically. So that's something interesting to consider here. That that when you're selling products and it's near that £10 mark or just over. So this is an interesting one actually. We are kind of losing our shirt if it goes down to sort of £7 or whatever, but it does go £10.99, £10.99. You notice how Amazon are okay selling at 11 quid because they obviously don't care about all these promotional things above £10 or whatever. But yeah, this is an interesting one to be honest. I think I would buy this actually. Let's have a look on Qogita. Okay, cool. There's a decent amount of stock as well. So $3.59. So this is double check this price by the way. So $3.59 times by 1.2, $4.31. So I think it's a little bit cheaper actually. Than Arbisource was saying. I would buy this. In fact, I might buy this. Actually. One thing we do need to double check, by the way, before we go crazy, is just double check this in EAN search. So it's Revolution Skin Silk Serum 23ml F7. That's what we're getting here. I also need to make sure this isn't actually private label as well. Maybe getting a little bit excited here. Light to me, I think it's the same one. Light to medium, 23ml, F7. Okay, cool. Looks correct to me. I'm pretty sure this isn't private. I'm pretty sure I've seen this product or sold this product in the past. You can't really tell too much from this listing itself. So, like in this example here, where we're not exactly sure, what we'll do is we'll open up Amazon and we'll. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that, but yeah, we'll search Makeup Revolution. I'm 99% sure this is okay. Now, it does actually have some sponsored listings, which is kind of interesting. That's normally a bit of a red flag. But if we open up a few other Makeup Revolution ones, we'll just have a quick look and see. I'm 99.99% sure this isn't private label. So we can... Oh, saying that, it's got a few iffy drops. I've definitely sold this brand before. So we're looking for these like sharp drops, and they kind of are there on some of these. We've got other FBA sellers here. This isn't private label. It's weird, right? Yeah. It's definitely not conclusive from what I'm seeing here, but I might have to open up some more listings. Yeah, Josh saying, yeah, without it's just interesting. I know it's good, but I'm just trying to like prove it by looking and finding some products where it's got loads of FBA sellers. I just can't seem to find them. But yeah, I've definitely sold this brand before. But anyway, it's interesting. Okay, here we go. Well, you know, this is 2023, Jan 2023. Yeah, so we can see here lots of sellers on here. No big drops downs. All looks pretty solid. So there's some proof essentially. Cool, good job on that one. Anything in here on this one? No. Let's grab a drink. Yeah, I was just trying to, like prove it, I guess, because it's not. If you looked at this listing here, you couldn't really tell too much if it's good or bad. But yeah, I like this product. 1,000 SPM right now. Price is a little bit inflated, but if we put this down to £10. You're going to make £1.46 profit, 33% ROI. There's only Amazon and there's other FBA seller in here who doesn't know about this £10 rule. So yeah, you could get a good share here on this one. So the only concern with this one is like Amazon obviously drops the price down, you know, to these like. Basically, you have these like little wells of where it puts it down to like £8, £7, £6 sometimes, but it seems to go back up to this £10.99 all the time. So that's where you're hopefully going to make your sales. But yeah, I mean, in the 3 months though, since January, it's been £8. It's not like a slam dunk deal, but I think looking at the year, there's definitely periods where you can sell this and make money. Has anyone bought this yet? 276. I'd be tempted by this one personally. I'd probably take a gamble on it myself, but I'll throw it out there if anyone wants to buy it. That's the EAN number, the GTIN number. But yeah, make sure you can obviously sell that brand. Yeah, you know, it's not like a killer deal, but £1.46. There's 276 units. So what was that? It's about £400 profit, something like that. Yeah. So let's have a look here then. Anyway, keep going. So there's plenty of deals, by the way. Okay, yeah. One thing I've just realized, by the way, is that we've gone past the hour, which means I can put the new sheet into. So from Qogita price drop server, the price changes for the past hour have come out in a sheet. So we'll throw those into RB Do that now. Wholesale uploads 8 a.m. which is 9 a.m. The time's just a bit messed up. We'll put 8 a.m. anyway. Cool. So we do UPC, we're doing product name, we're doing price, including VAT, and check restrictions. And I use the product URL, and we'll start that scan. Let that go in the background while we carry on. Let's have a look here. This one here I think I've looked at before. Let's just close, tidy up the tabs a little bit. Okay, yeah. Okay, there's more units than I thought. Minimum order quantity is 950. Okay. I think that's why I didn't buy this. He couldn't hit the minimum order quantity. But yeah, let's actually look at the deal itself. 323 excluding VAT. What has happened here? 3.23 times 1.2. Hang on. 3.23 times 1.2. Okay. 388, and the price is currently like 8.99. So okay, £2 profit at 8.99. There is this promo code going on here with Amazon, which makes it cheaper, makes it £8. So at £8, you're still making £1.30. Again, this is like a fast seller, 1,000 a month, which is pretty good. Let's have a look at the price history though. So we're looking at £8. So right now the price is a little bit inflated at like $9.59, but it's been like £7 in the past. At £7, what we're making 54p. That's pretty thin. But worst case scenario though, looking at the 3-month chart here. Our worst case scenario is like £6.70, which means you're like making 30p, which is not like a terrible thing. Like if your worst case scenario is making money, you know, that's not terrible. And our upside is, you know, £8-9. So it's pretty thin here, but it's all about the volume sales here. 1,000 SPM on this one. So, and even it's been 2,000 as well, but only when the price was a little bit lower. So it's another interesting one. There is quite a lot of competition though on this product, but not too many people at this lower sort of £8 price. So, but yeah, right now we're at 8.99 though, so £2 profit. So our upside is like £2.50 profit, and our downside is 30p profit. In my book, that's a big win. But yeah, let me just quickly have a look here at the old chat. Someone's messaged me saying left profit sweep a good while ago, but had this mail complete membership was renewed. Interesting. Profit Suite, by the way, is an awesome Discord community. It doesn't say it's renewed. Oh, okay. Interesting. You sure it's actually renewed? Just an... Yeah, anyway. Spence, what's going on? Right. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Oi, oi, sausage. You're having sausages for breakfast, are you? Yeah, we're just doing some live sourcing here on Qogita and Arbisource and Qogita price drops. I don't know. This one again to me looks like an okay deal. I mean, I'll just buy this. It's like it's free money here, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, I kind of like this one to be honest. You know, did anyone buy this other one by the way? Let's have a look. I think there's 900 and something left. 926. No, no one's buying it. Cool. 70. Oh yeah, you can't buy it. Well, you can buy this one, but minimal value is 950. So it'd be a struggle. You'd have to find some other products as well. Okay, cool. Anyway, so yeah, in terms of the analysis though, I kind of like that product overall. So I definitely buy that. Let's just tidy up the screens here. Let me just see how the other scan's going. We've got a scan going here. Won't be long till it's done. Let's have a look. Well, price looks a little bit again inflated. And by the way, just to remind you guys what I've done here, £1 minimum profit. I've ordered by confirmed monthly sales. I'm looking for fast selling items here that are going to make me some money. I'm not looking for like crazy profits per unit. I'm looking for fast throughput in the products that I'm buying. The only thing is the ROIs are lower. That's the only downside to this. So you won't have such a pretty seller toolkit when it comes to those those circles of sales and ROI. Let's have a look here. Well, your sales will be good. Your ROI will be meh. This one here, interesting. Sun cream. I think I've looked at this one before. I mean, you get to just see a lot of the same products over and over. 627. Okay, cool. 6.27 times 1.2. 750. Obviously looked at this before. So there's a lot of stock though. But we're looking at an item that sells 800 per month. We're looking at a product that's selling 800 a month, and we're only in April. So I imagine this is going to go way higher in summertime. So yeah, look, if we go back last year, June, July, August time, 1,000 a month. And if it's 800 now, April last year, we don't have enough data. But basically this one here looks, I reckon this is going to be 3,000-4,000 a month in June, July, August time, if we're already on 800 a month. So this could be quite a nice little product actually, this one. Now let's look at the price history though. So the current price we're looking at, so there's a few sellers by the way on this one, so we need to factor that in, but I think this is going to do really well. We've got a seller here at 614 when everyone else is 689, which is kind of interesting. We can still make money at that price. What's the price? Sorry, 1614. The thing just to keep in mind though that, okay, let's have a look at the price history. So we do have like these little islands of like 16, 17 pounds. We also have these other little drops where it's down to like 13 pounds, 14 pounds, sometimes even like below 13. So if we put 13 in here, we're losing 20p. What would we have? 12 pounds. Yeah, 12.95. It's not like terrible. And obviously sun cream doesn't do well in October, November, December, Jan, Feb, March, and it picks up again. So for me, this again looks like a really solid lead. Like if you look at this initially, you'd think, oh, it might be a bit rubbish, but basically you need to get it in for summer and get it sold by summer, basically. And then you need to get rid of it because then the price drops. But if you're like worst case scenario here is losing 20p, it's not end of the world, you know. And I think the SPM on this is going to go way higher. So yeah, this is looking like a really nice product to me. Yeah, I'd buy this 100%. Now, the only thing I'm not sure about is this brand. But we can see in the past, though, we've had plenty of people on this listing. Been absolutely fine. So it looks pretty good to me. Chris, about to cancel Profit Sweep. Just had now from the past 2 months. You're cancelling it. Okay, fair enough. So you don't like money then? No, I'm joking. If you don't get benefit from it, absolutely, 100%. I've left some groups I just wasn't using. If you're not getting benefit from any kind of group, it's fine. Yeah, I kind of like this deal, actually. I've got some deals I need to buy here. I don't know if I should just buy them on the stream or not, but yeah, anyway. This one here looks pretty good to me. 1086 in stock. How much is that? View cart. It's only a cheeky £7,000. Not too bad, really. I'd be very kind of tempted to buy that, to be honest. Just checking the old emails. Yeah, anyway, let's have a look at this other scan going on. Okay, cool. I just want to quickly pop over to this other scan here because it's more current. Let's have a quick look here, see if there's anything interesting. So confirm monthly sales. Just going to put that pound in quickly. That's a heavy load of sun cream. It is. That's a lot of sun cream. That's the only risk here, by the way, is, you know, I'm buying 1,086 units. If they restock another 1,000, 2,000, whatever, or, you know, every month they're restocking, or every couple of weeks, 1,000 units, then that's going to definitely saturate this listing. Even though I think this listing is going to go, and it's pure speculation here, I think this listing is going to go to, looking at the history, I think this will hit 3,000 to 4,000 a month in summer, in the peak. So that's what I think on this one. I could be totally wrong though. But yeah, just looking at this history, this was a new product. It's not even got a year. And you can see that it just went through the roof. A new listing went through the roof to 1,000 SPM, and we're already on 800 right now. So given that, it could even be like 5,000, 6,000 SPM. I'd be interested to see. Yeah, interesting. So SSA is asking, if a product has 5 FBA sellers, how much recommended quantity would you buy? So the first question is, are those 5 sellers all at a competitive price? So if I'm looking, say I'm analyzing this product, for example, okay, there's 11, okay, let's just do FBA, prime only. So there's 8 sellers, okay, on this one, but I'm not going to divide this sales by 8 because this guy here at £22, not competitive. Even at $17.95 is not competitive. I'd probably say here, I'd probably count anyone who's £17 and under. So I'd probably count the $16.99 guys. You got this like one guy down here is at £16.14, but everyone else is $16.89. So I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, sort of 5 sellers. If I come on and it's 6, then you can kind of like roughly divide this number. 800 divided by 6 gives you like what, 125 or something a month is what you'd expect to potentially get yourself. It doesn't quite obviously work out that way. You know, it's not shared out equally. But at the same time, if you're going to come at 614, then it'd be you and that guy pretty much splitting the sales. And obviously, we expect this SPM to go up in the future as well. So, you know, that's what I'm looking at basically. So you need to then decide how many months of stock you want. You know, do you want 1, 2, 3 months here? This one here is an interesting one because you definitely don't want this after summer. You definitely don't want this after summer. You want to get rid of it by... So here we're looking at, you know... we want to basically sell this in... it's weird, the price drops in June, July, August, but then picks up August, September, October. It's weird. Well, I guess it's like a delay, I suppose, in the price. It's interesting. But yeah... you want maybe like 3 months of stock on this one, maybe 4 months. You want to be in for like June, July, August, September. And that's pretty much it. So 1, 2, 3, sort of 4 months, 3 to 4 months. So if you're expecting 100 sales a month and you want to be in stock for 3 months, then you know you want to stock 300 units as a rough guess. Obviously, you need to factor in the fact that this is not a static listing. You know, well, no listing static. You can see here that lots of sellers jumped onto this listing, you know, and that's why the price dropped. We ended up with 42 sellers. So you can expect that something similar is going to happen as well. And given that this is a South Korean listing, by the way, it looks South Korean to me, I imagine this is available on Stylevana, which is what a lot of places source from. So you need to factor that in as well. But yeah. Hey, Empires are going. Yeah, it's all good, mate. Don't worry. Yeah, I just thought I'd just randomly jump on and just do. Well, I'm doing some live sourcing. Just thought I'd just jump on and stream the sourcing. To be honest, what I'm doing on Qogita, I'm just analyzing a few products here. So, are you ever worried of Amazon doing something to the listing, like deleting it for a random reason? I mean, there's no. Obviously, yes, but there's nothing I can do about that. So you can't kind of live in fear. That's like saying, are you ever worried about being run over by a car if you go outside? Yeah, and well, not really, but like it can happen. You know, it's just brands can get restricted, listings can get restricted. Definitely a good reason maybe sometimes not to go too deep on a product. But yeah, it can happen, mate, honestly. So like Lacombe right now, for example, is a good example of a brand that is going hard gated end of next month. And I've got some products coming in from Qogita, and I can't send them in now. They're allowing you to sell out your existing stock, but they won't let you send any more stock in. And I had another listing as well, which was just shows you how stupid Amazon is. It was a face mask, BioDance face mask. All the influencers were going crazy for it. Apparently, I don't know, I've never seen it myself. And the SPM went crazy, like 5,000, 6,000 a month. Anyway, I was selling on that listing. It was doing really well. And then that listing got deleted for product safety, some BS. But with that product, there's loads of fake ones on AliExpress and Alibaba and stuff like that. and there's loads of fake listings on Amazon. Where they're not mentioning the brand Biodance, but the product looks identical. And Amazon have deleted the one legit listing where people are actually selling legit products, and they've kept all the crappy product private label sort of fake ones on there. So it just makes no sense. So, yeah, and I actually bought a lot of those. I bought, let me get my numbers correct here. How many did I buy? I bought 6,000 units of that from Qogita, but it was meant to be 6,000 4-packs, and the supplier only sent me 6,000 singles. So I had to send those back, and that was totally their mistake, actually. So I was able to send that back, no problem, and get a full refund. But yeah, you can't worry too much about that. But definitely a reason maybe sometimes not to go. You will get burned at some point. It's going to happen. Maybe a reason not to go crazy deep on some products. But yeah, it's 1,086 in here. No one's bought these yet. But yeah, let me just check the old streams. I apologize on Instagram, by the way. You guys can't. I don't know how I'd actually make this look better on Instagram. Interesting. I don't know. Yeah, it's a difficult one. It's a vertical format. Anyway, yeah, let's have a look anyway. So this is the scan I did earlier. This is the 9 a.m. scam from Qogita Price Drop. So we've got 46 results here. Let's just have a quick look. Confirm monthly sales, £1 profit minimum. Let's have a look. This one keeps popping up here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I excluded this product. I didn't know the brand. And I wonder if people have jumped on. This one's been popping up on Qogita for a while now. I mean, £54. Oh, excuse me. £54.80, £7 profit. ROI is a bit. It looks big as well. So it's probably, is it small oversized? Yeah, it is. So yeah, interesting. It's a good price, to be fair. Price has gone down as people jumped on. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Never felt this one. I think the postage costs will wipe out your profit, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that one there, I don't know. Anyway, I'm lost for words on that one, really. In theory, it looks absolutely fine, I guess, but I don't know. So here's an issue. I've definitely sold this brand before. Let's have a look here. So, yeah, I mean, this scan looks really bad. I'm pretty much done with the scan already. Only 100 sales per month on this one. £1 profit. I don't mind making £1 profit on a unit, but I need to be selling 500,000 SPM. I'm not interested in the £1 profit at 100 SPM. I mean, if I was getting all the sales myself, maybe I would, but let's see how many sellers are on this listing. But yeah, this just doesn't excite me. I mean, we can have a look, we can analyze it and see. But yeah. £4.66. That seems expensive for a toothpaste. Let's have a look. So price inflated as well. We've got a bunch of sellers on there. Yeah, just like you're getting it's not worth it. You've been making £5 on that product per month. This Star Wars thing keeps popping up as well. Interesting. But yeah, it's a pretty poor scan actually. So we'll just go ahead and get rid of that one. So I'll delete that one. No good for me there. This one here from earlier was rubbish as well. So we're just going back on the previous, running yesterday's scan. Seeing some, it just shows you, by the way, that the deal was here that people aren't analysing correctly, and there's still profitable deals to be found. So yeah, this scan is from yesterday, 6 p.m. to midnight UK time. So SA saying, regarding monthly sales of a certain product, what's your minimum 100 sales a month? If I'm doing wholesale now, it used to be like 50, 100. I'm now looking at way more, but it depends how much money I'm making per product. So if I'm making like £5 profit per unit and it's a perfume or something, then maybe I will jump on a 100 SPM listing. But if I'm making like that, toothpaste is a great example, like £1 profit, okay, and I've got to factor, by the way, in for myself, I've got to pay prep fees, so that's going to be like 40p a unit, 45p, whatever I pay. There's basically half my profit. But even if you don't factor that in, let's say I prep it myself, £1 per unit, and with all those sellers on there, just so not worth it. I want to be making £50 per listing per month. That's my minimum, really. That's my minimum threshold. So yeah. Yeah, I need to figure out a better way to do this sort of live stream on Instagram. I don't know. Yeah, I can see some of it. Got no viewers anyway, apparently. Weird. Event log. People, I don't know. Weird. Okay. I don't know. Let's have a look then. So we've actually we've already found quite a few products that I'm going to buy anyway. I'll go and get some lunch at 1 o'clock Dubai time, and then which is 10 a.m. your time in the UK, and then maybe come back and do some more sourcing. Source another sort of 35 minutes. Maybelline. Did we look at this one before? Let's have a look. Yeah, we looked at this one before. We liked it. Pretty sure we did. Oh, it's a different one. My bad. 696. It's a different shade, but it's a different flavour. But yeah, you can still sell that one. Looks okay to me. This one here is always like this 1-pack versus 6-pack. By the way, Qogita only ever sell 1-packs, by the way, so don't get confused here. They fixed this listing now, which is good. So that pictures will report a mismatch, actually. It's kind of a mismatch, but we'll report it anyway. You don't like Maybelline. Why is that? Are they not ungating you? Not eating your products again. Different flavours. Well, mascara might taste really nice. Have you ever tasted it? Let's have a look then here. So we're starting to drop down a bit. It's still pretty good SPMs now. We're starting to drop down a little bit now. Hibiscus Solution. I mean, just initially, price looks a little inflated. 700 SPM, £1.20 profit. Looks like maybe, I don't know how big this bottle is. Need to fact. 125ml is not too bad, actually. So let's have a look here. £4.45. Let's have a look. You know, again, a lot of stuff I'm looking at here is, hard gated. Okay. That's interesting that it's hard gated for some people, actually. Yeah. Let's have a look here then. Interesting. That makes me want to buy Maybelline more. Let's have a look. Oh, am I... just realised. Is this monetization on this? Interesting. Content. Live. No, we're off. Okay, cool. Yeah. I like to turn the monetization off on the live streams. So Thomas saying, does Qogita price drops only show items with a certain percentage increase? I'm pretty sure it shows even 1% drops, which I actually kind of like to have in there because sometimes, you know, I don't know, just you just find products that you never saw before. So it's better, yeah, I think it has literally from 1% to 100% in there, which I actually say I prefer because you can whack it in, gives you more data to look at. So let's analyze this product quickly anyway. So this is a smaller item, which I'm always looking at also when I'm looking at these lower profit items that are high SPMs, I'm always factoring in the size, the weight of the item as well. So this one, I thought this might be a litre, sort of 1,000 mils, which definitely would hurt the profit on this one a bit. But being that it's 125 mil, this one is a smaller bottle. Let's have a look here. So we actually got 3 sellers here, 2 prime and 1 seller fulfilled prime. We have, is it hazmat? Okay, interesting. Got corrosive signs on there. Interesting. This is something you put on your skin. It's got anti-corrosive signs on there. Causes serious eye damage. Toxic to aquatic life with long-lasting effects. Use biocide. What is this? Sorry. What does this even do? Oh, okay. So it's bad for aquatic life, but you're meant to wash it, use it in the shower. Okay. That's not good, is it? Price-wise, we're looking a little bit, for the past 3 months anyway, a little bit inflated here. It's been down to £4. I mean, Amazon sold it for £4.40. It was going to 2,000-3,000 a month. We can see the SPM's dropped again as the price has gone up. which doesn't help things. We can see that, yeah, this price is pretty much inflated. It very rarely is at £9.99. So, well, you might be able to swoop in and get some sales at that price. Yeah, it's not ideal. Yeah, not liking that one. Medicate, I believe, is private label, so we won't even look at that one. DKNY, yeah, I mean, I don't like £1 profit perfumes. With the fact you've got a morning MTT, how's it going? The fact you've got to, is it MTT? Were you asking me yesterday if everyone was still celebrating, the holidays? Yeah, it was crazy down. Even at like 1 a.m., people were still out and about. Yeah, it was pretty busy still. Everyone was still out. Is it? How do you pronounce that? EID or just EID? Oh, I don't know. I'm embarrassing myself here. Yeah, but yeah, people were still out celebrating anyway and eating and stuff, even like 1 a.m. Yeah, I thought it was EID. Yeah. Yeah, it was still pretty damn busy. So yeah, when it comes to like perfumes, because you've got to use hazmat shipping, costs more money. Hey, Will FBA, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. I'm still in Dubai. Yes, this is Dubai right now, so you can see I apologize, it's probably going to ruin the stream, but it's a nice day outside, and yeah, you can see my apartment, my messy apartment. You can see that's where I do my OnlyFans and yeah, stuff like that. So yeah, totally probably ruined the stream there. Let's sort this out again. There we go. Cool. I'm using the DJI Go for the webcam. It's actually working pretty well. So yeah, pretty awesome. So what's Mingle saying? Mingle with the locals to get to know the Arabs. Absolutely. Yeah. So actually, there were a lot of people out yesterday in the throbe dress. I think that's how you pronounce it, isn't it? So yeah. Thomas is saying, "Where's the link? The link to what?" So Josh says, "Free month watching the stream. Free month on what? Free month on what?" Yeah, we're still in Dubai, still enjoying Dubai. Yeah, DKNY anyway. OOF, yeah, okay, yeah, absolutely. So you'll have to find it, and then sure, if you find it, you can have a free month. Just trying to sort this out. It's like the only problem with this thing, it like tracks my face. So yeah, I should probably set it up pointing to the bed. That'd be kind of funny if I had all the lights and stuff pointing that way. What's the light? Actually, lighting's not too bad actually in here. So cool. Anyway, yeah, we need more profit on perfumes than that. Neosporin is Dermaze, and that is definitely a brand that is private label. Yeah, today's a good day to buy stocks after Trump's tariffs. Yeah, everything has it actually crashed? So let me go to Google. What we're looking at, the S&P 500. It's not down that much. Yeah, what's crashed? Crypto. I don't know what crypto's doing. But yeah. I did think about that actually, but yeah. Oh, market isn't open yet. Okay, that's not live. Okay, yeah, I'm not. Okay, yeah, 15 minutes. To be fair, I do invest in the stock market, right? But I don't like do it on like on a daily basis. I'm in for the long term. So I was fuming actually. I didn't win any money on the premium bonds this month. Normally I do okay on those, but yeah, didn't win a single penny on the premium bonds. So the stock market is meant to be boring, right? You're meant to be bored by it because you're meant to be in it for the medium to long term. So 5, 10, 20 years. That's the way to make money in stocks, not day trading. So yeah, unless you're like Warren Buffett, and even he's a long-term holder. You know, he just buys companies that are undervalued. But yeah, definitely think I should. But at the same time, you should never try and time the market either. You know, I think the best thing, we're getting into boring investment advice here, is dollar cost average your money in. So, you know, just put in a certain amount of money every month and your dollar cost average there. So you're buying the highs and the lows, but you're averaging it all out. But yeah, if you feel like the market is down though, you know, it could go down even more now. But yeah, it's probably a good time to buy though. But how long is it going to take for Trump to get, you know, I think it could get worse actually, thinking about it. I think it could get worse. But yeah, Trump's going to be in for another 4.5 years, isn't he? So yeah, and then third term potentially as well. So Thomas says, don't have enough money to actually make money. Well, you're getting there, mate, though. That's the thing. You're starting out. That's the main thing. So once you just need to, it's just like a snowball. It starts off really slow and then just builds over time. But yeah, you just got to keep hustling, keep churning your money. Don't waste it on like things and you'll be okay. Feel like you need a good base for it to put money in monthly. Sure, yeah, absolutely, yeah. But even if you put like 25, 50 pounds in to any kind of savings account or anything like that, it's definitely something worth doing. But right now you are putting your money into Amazon. So, you know, put that money into Amazon where you're going to get higher returns. That's absolutely fine. My stomach's rumbling. I'm getting hungry. Maybe when I win, absolutely. So, yeah. So, once you get to the point in Amazon where you're making enough money that you're pulling money out, let's say you're pulling out 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a month. Of that, you can then put in, you know, 100, 200 pound, whatever you want, into a savings account. Although I don't like savings accounts. You can put it into, I think Vanguard is best. Put it into Vanguard. So 100% stock, depending on your age and stuff, but 100% stock and share. You can do ISA through that as well, so it's tax-free. If you want to put it into pension, I hate pensions. I've got a pension, but I put 50 quid in a month into it. I don't like pensions because you can't touch the money, but it is tax-free. So, well, tax-free when you put it in. You get the tax benefits. So, but yeah, so, yeah, let's just have a chat, shall we? For the last sort of 20 minutes or so. Let's have a look here. Matt saying, can you talk about cash injection options? You lend personal loans, credit cards, had a thought on 0% interest credit card. So assuming right now, Matt, you are a sole trader. So you can utilize personal credit cards if you want. Basically, you just need to be really careful because obviously being a sole trader, all this comes back onto you. So if you get yourself into debt, and unfortunately I have seen some people do that on Amazon. It's a real shame. Yeah, some people get themselves into debt, and you're personally liable for that. So you just got to be careful. You can utilize credit cards and Amex and things like that, but you got to be careful. I think a good rule of thumb is the amount of money you've got, like in disbursements from Amazon. So let's say you've got £1,000 coming in that's been like transferred and is like stuck in the sort of 7-day thing. You know, for it to come from Amazon, that's probably a good amount to put on a credit card. So you know that money's coming; it's just on its way. Just be careful. But yeah, there's obviously ULend. I think ULend, they are one of the worst ones. I think basically when I asked them for a quote on a loan, they can't remember the exact number, but they wanted a personal guarantee. Secondly, they wanted to charge me like 26% ROI, just ridiculous. The best one, by the way, to try, although I think it might be limited company only, but let me get the link up for you guys. Is panic over sales tactic work. So funny. I've got quite a few messages on DMs here. Let me get the link up here. Where is it? Business loan. Yeah, here we go. If you want to try, there's something called Wayflyer, and there's a link. Why can't I chat? What's going on here? If you want to check out that link, by the way, for this, they actually offer the best rates, to be fair, and the best terms, Wayflyer. So there's a link there for that. they pay me £1,000 if you get a loan. So if you get a loan through me, I'll split it with you. But I think it's only over a certain amount of money. I think it's £15,000 or more. Can't remember exactly. But yeah, I'll split that with you guys if you decide to get a loan through them. Yeah, happy to do that. So let me know if it happens, and then we'll sort that out. But yeah, I just say you can utilize extra money. Just be careful. But depends how good at sourcing you are, what kind of like track record you've got on Amazon, things like that. So I'd say just be careful, but you can do it. Thomas Leader's message. Enough says stock ISA is better than pension. I 100% agree. The only thing with the pension is you can't spend it. Now, for me, that's a bad thing because I like to run my money up. But for some people, it's a good thing because it means they can't go and blow it on a Rolex or a fancy car or whatever, and they've actually got some money for their future. So that's obviously the whole point behind it. You can't blow your future pension. But I think pensions, they have a place. But yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of them myself. I'd rather spin my money up. But yeah. God, I'm getting hungry actually. Anyway, so let's have a look. What else we got going on Qogita right now? Let's have a look. What do you guys think of the latest videos, actually? I've been putting more effort into those. I did the ungating one. That seems to be pretty popular. Nearly 600 views. I did the 7 sourcing strategies as well. Didn't get quite as many views, that one. So let me know what you thought about those. That was kind of in the sort of vlog style, but it actually was proper, like not scripted, but like planned video. I just filmed it outside to keep it interesting. So Matt says he's limited. Cool. So in that case, you have, I'm going to send you a few links now as well. So check out Wayflyer, by the way. Like I say, if you get a loan over, I think it's £15,000, they give me £1,000. I'll split it with you. Happy to do that. There's also, in terms of credit cards, like what credit cards you have. I'm a big fan personally of the old Amex. I'm also a fan of Capital on Tap as well. I've got links to both of those, and you get some free money as well with them if I can find the links for them. Yeah, you get £75 for free. But yeah, just be careful with them though. That's the only thing. So if you're limited though, obviously that risk is mitigated because it's on the company. But yeah, so if the company goes bust or whatever, basically just be careful. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's a difficult thing for me to say, hey, go out and get a big loan or whatever. Just be careful. But yeah, check out Capital on Tap, link in the description, in the chat for that one. You know, you get £75 for free if you take that out. And you get, the nice thing about this, by the way, versus Amex, you just get 1% flat return cash back. So I recommend you use a credit card for just your normal spending. So if you, let's say you've got £10,000 in capital, then you normally just pay on a debit card or whatever, you should be putting that through a credit card because you're getting 1% back through Capital on Tap. So definitely worth doing, and then just obviously just don't spend more than 10,000, or maybe push it slightly to 12, 13,000. You know, factoring like your 10,000 capital, maybe you've got 2,000-3,000 coming in disbursements, things like that. So yeah, just be careful. But yeah, people, if you want to scale quicker, you need more money. But yeah, if you've got more deals than you can buy as well, that's another good indicator that you need to maybe take a loan or use a credit card, is you've got more deals than you can buy, you haven't got enough money. And yeah, at that point, you can just carefully use a credit card or a loan. But you lend are terrible, though. Actually, yeah, they're saying to me right now they'll give me, let me log into my Amazon quickly. I think it's at 100,000 last time I looked. Yeah, Amazon lending. You're eligible to apply for financing up to £100,000. Exactly. Kind of interesting. So yeah, fun times. Thomas wants to find my Amazon account, does he? How much feedback does my Amazon account have? My Amazon account has, oh God, how much does it have? Let me go into Seller Toolkit and then open up one of my, why is it, that's so weird, it does that. What's going on? So strange. Yeah, sellertoolkit.com. Why am I saying lot free trial? So strange. Why is it saying that? App.sellertoolkit. Strange. Hopefully you guys can't see this. Don't think you can. Yeah. Who knows what's going on anyway. Let's have a look anyway. Let me pick up a listing quickly. Here. I have... How many rave feedback do I have? 300 feedback, roughly. 300 feedback, yeah, roughly. So maybe a big seller who's seen my buy box. Probably, mate. Yeah, absolutely could be. So Neil's saying, have you moved to Dubai? I've not officially moved here yet. I'm still like 99% doing it. Just got that 1%. I just can't make that final decision. But I'm out here for 3 months anyway. So and then I'm back to the UK for a month or so, and then I'll be off back to Dubai, or maybe I'll try Australia for a little bit. Actually, I'm not sure yet. So, but yeah. Yeah, not made that final decision yet. Enough was saying, do you find some of your orders on SDK say unpaid? What's that? I do see that occasionally. It's never worried me too much, but yeah, I have seen that every now and then. Yeah, I've never actually investigated what it means, but I have seen that. Thomas saying, compete with that 4K and 5K sales on some listings. Yeah, so that can be tough, to be honest. They definitely will be dominating that buy box. That's definitely something to consider, actually, when you're like sourcing products. If there's like a huge seller on there. It's been sliding down my chair. So Neil's saying, if you've got loads of listings, you've been slowing it down. So after that U-Move situation in December time, I took a bit of a break in January, February. Wasn't really buying much, but now I'm really ramping Amazon back up again. So my profits, well, basically I just didn't do any buying in January, February, and first half of March, really. And I'm just ramping it back up now. So my profits last month were not great. It's £1,000, or as Thomas will say, like 900 and something, 20,000. The ground running, I'm buying a lot of stuff. So, but yeah, no, it's all good, Thomas. It's all a learning experience, isn't it? We're all learning as you go. That's the main thing. You learn by doing these things and figuring them out as you go. Let me just catch up on the old spot. Jad saying. Weird. It's catching up. Is it this? My prep center's asking if I want my DG insured. I've got some really cheap perfumes going in though, so I'm just thinking, do I actually want them insured? Probably not. Actually. Yeah, I feel like it was a really cheap one actually. I really hope you guys can't see my screen right now of the what I'm doing. Sorry, I'm just doing some business here. Cool, all right. Just catching up on the old stuff. So yeah, this is just me running my business live on stream. Yeah. Feel like I'm constantly making problems, just making net zero. No, mate, you're doing really well, Thomas. I've been really impressed with your progress so far. So definitely keep it up, mate. Honestly, you're doing really well. So we all make mistakes. First year's for learning, second year's for earning. Just keep that in mind. Josh is jealous of my sushi lunch. Yeah, I'm getting really hungry, actually. I've been up since, I've been up since 8 a.m. or so I'm getting pretty hungry. So I'm going to wrap it up in a few minutes, actually. And I might come back on afterwards. I'm not sure. So we'll see. I don't know how these kind of like live streaming sessions are going to be. Like people, yeah, find them interesting or not. But yeah, so... Thomas got some good items that make the losses up, but then buy some poo-poo ones. They just don't sell or can't get a buy box. So you just need to look at those ones. Where did you go wrong? And then just learn. Yeah, where did you go wrong with them? Is it the price was, yeah, you need to just figure out what went wrong with those ones that went wrong, and then just learn from your mistakes. It's absolutely fine. We all still make mistakes. Josh is saying, I liking it, to be honest. I've been sourcing myself. Oh, awesome. That's awesome. So, yeah, I guess it's good to have someone to source with, I guess. That's what we're essentially doing. So, Thomas saying, shouldn't compete with sellers with 1K feedback. I'm not saying you shouldn't. It's difficult, really, to know. Sometimes, like, if you should or shouldn't. I don't tend to worry too much about it, but if you're a newer seller, maybe. But sometimes they do, like, dominate the buy box, though. It's difficult to see. Really, you can look at the buy box percentages, see if it's being shared out equally. It's a tricky one. The only problem with those big sellers is they oftentimes they bought it way cheaper than you, so they can really drop the price. But it's a difficult one, really. There's no right or wrong answer for this stuff because every listing acts differently. There's no listing that acts the same, really. Sometimes you'll compete against a seller with 1,000 feedback and you'll get an equal share. Other times you won't get any share. This is why you kind of need to learn the listings as you go as well, sending a few items in, seeing how it goes. I've had listings like where I've not bought enough because I thought, I'm only going to get like 10 sales, 12 sales a month, whatever it is, and then I'm getting like one a day, But then now I know that listing is like good, so I'm like, okay, I'll restock that if I can. So it's difficult. This is where you kind of learn. There's only so much the data can tell you before you buy. But when you get on the listing, sometimes it reacts differently to than what you expect. All right, guys, my stomach is rumbling here, so I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to get some food, and then I might come back in an hour or two and do some more sourcing. And that'll be a better time for you guys as well, rather than doing such early morning sourcing. But hopefully you kind of enjoyed this random sourcing session, and we'll do some more Qogita sourcing. And I didn't even get to do hot UK deals, actually. But I found some pretty good deals, actually. I was pretty happy with what I found. So OA sourcing. I can do some OA sourcing, yeah. Potentially could do some OA sourcing as well. I might do hot UK deal sourcing, actually. But yeah, thanks, guys, for watching. I do appreciate it. I'm going to get some food now. I really should have got food beforehand and just eaten it on the stream anyway.